Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator.
The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Brink of Sanity show. It is, I believe, episode 137. And just me today, but I got a lot of stuff lined up. We're going to do the Royal We, the top 5 excuses that Harold Camping gave. But first, we have an exclusive interview with the one and only Harold Camping. So I guess we'll just jump right into the interview, and then we'll do our usual news stories, the Royal We, and our top 5 and all that. So, Harold, thank you for joining us today.
Hello. I am... Is this thing on?
You charlatan. So let's start with the interview. You...
I was told I would be treated with respect today.
Well, that's...
I am...
lied.
Your producer said you wanted to discuss... I will just hang up if you don't treat me with respect. I am here to talk about the end of days.
Speaking of the end of days, we seem to have a few more days after the end of days. Care to explain?
I've been clear the whole time. The rapture would happen on May 21st, and the spiritual rapture happened. Those have been judged, and the world will end on October 21st, 2011. It has been spoken by the Bible. It is so.
So the rapture ended. I mean, the rapture happened and we just missed it?
I don't think you understand.
No, I don't understand.
The rapture is a spiritual occasion. God will look into each and everyone's soul, and at that point, it is over. Those that have been judged will leave the earth in October.
Now, I know you're old as shit, and you've been around since the last...
I don't appreciate your language,
All right.
young man. I am twice your senior.
Well, that proves you're pretty bad at math, but you have predicted the Earth has been around for thousands, millions of years, and you predicted that the rapture will happen during your lifetime.
It is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Noah's Ark happened, and God said 7 days, which is 1,000 years is one day, 7,000 years later, he would come back.
Did you talk to Noah on the ark?
Don't appreciate your jokes about my age. I am 89 years old. I have talked to many a man who was famous, like the Babe of Ruth. But
Now, are those 89, is that 1,000 years per year?
I am old. Every day could almost be Judgment Day for me. But I have stayed alive because I knew Judgment Day would happen in my lifetime.
Now,
God has told me so.
Is that the plan, to just keep predicting future raptures until you die?
I don't think I have that much more predictions left in front of me. I know this for sure. It is going to be the 21st of October. And I can see from your spirit that you probably have not been raptured.
Probably not.
Though I feel my spirit is alive, as I have been raptured, and I know the heavens await me while the hell awaits you.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing in there. So you have made about $100 million off of this. Some people spent their life savings for this spiritual rapture that happened, but now their bodies are still here, because you kind of implied their bodies wouldn't be here, and they have no money. So are you planning on returning any of this money since you have $100 million?
I don't understand what you're saying. People are upset because they're still here and the world hasn't ended yet? Why would you... And if the world had ended, money be worthless. Why are they upset that the world's still here?
You also wished pain and suffering on me and everyone else for 5 months.
I didn't wish it. I just said that is what the Bible has prescribed to you. It prescribes that you are a sinner and God is a vengeful being.
That doesn't sound very nice to me.
The world is hard. Deal with it.
Well, easy for you to say. You're about to die.
I am going to die. You are going to die. We are all going to die on October 21st. I will rise to the heaven as is spoken in the Bible. I have studied the Bible for years, and I know this to be true. Have you ever studied the Bible?
I have read parts of the Bible, and it is an amazingly hilarious story.
Matthew 27 points out, he who doubts unto me, he see not it go.
So that means the rapture's happening on October 21st?
I'd like to point to you in Heredity 16, verse 38. It says, those who do not see me or call me or have me in thy heart will not be with me.
That's beautiful. It really means nothing, but that's beautiful.
Yes, the Bible is a beautiful thing.
So you've read the Bible more than once.
I've read the Bible 9,872 times.
Well, I guess any book I read that many times would start saying things to me as well.
Yes. I thought they should do the Bible over as a choose-your-own-adventure book.
Your adventure would be the rapture every time, wouldn't it?
That would be the adventure I'd be going for.
So you're not going to give back any of the $100 million.
The world is going to end. What would you need this money for?
What do you need the money for?
I need the money. I am a protector of all things that are evil, and money is evil, so I must protect it.
I see. You're a filthy, dirty old man, and I hate you, and I hope you drown face first in a bowl of soup.
I've had sex with your mother. Okay.
Yeah, so that interview I don't think went very well, so I decided to bring Marc in.
Yeah. What was the deal with the interview? You seem to have lost it there a little bit.
Yeah, I had a hard time being nice to that old dirtbag, so I decided to...
It's not really a way to treat guests. I mean, and besides, I mean, like, a guest that he could be your dad, really. You had sex with your mom, right?
I think that was our best interview ever.
Why don't we jump right into our top 5? Talk about the top 5 reasons or excuses for why the world did not end.
This is Harold Camping's top 5 excuses, right?
Yeah, top 5 excuses by Harold Camping of why the world did not end.
And we promise this is the last rapture-based episode. It's just too fun. It's not every day that you could take somebody's lifelong personal beliefs, prove them without a shadow of a doubt wrong, and rub it in their face. So we're taking advantage.
Harold Camping has claimed the rapture actually happened on a spiritual basis, and the world now is going through tumultuous times, and then on October 21st, the world will cease to exist. He's positive. Now he's right.
Serious this time.
So you keep sending him money. Lots of money.
My goodness.
So what's your first answer? Your first excuse what Harold Camping would give for why the world did not end?
Number 5 excuse why Harold Camping said the world did not end is I can't read my handwriting.
Harold Camping's like, I couldn't read my handwriting. I thought I said May 21st, 2011. I could have meant 2110. Sorry, my handwriting's terrible.
God wanted to see who won American Idol.
Mm-hmm. I did a little of this with the same theme. God wanted to see The Hangover 2.
All right.
He was like, I liked the first one a lot. I don't have as high expectations, but I mean, I gotta see what happens. We can't end the world just yet.
I just really want to know how they all black out again.
They're not gonna really do the blackout theme again. Yes, they are God. You have to watch it.
Only this time there's a monkey.
Are they gonna be more over top and not be as funny? Yes, God, but you won't know for sure until you see it. You can't end the world yet.
Maybe that Asian guy will speak in a very stereotypical Asian accent.
I kind of still want to see the movie. I kind of still think I'm going to see it in the theater, even though it got like 33% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I will watch it, but not in the theater. So, number 4. his trip to the Caribbean was non-refundable.
That's a good reason not to end the world.
Yeah. Because, for those of you who don't know, Harold Camping booked a trip to the Caribbean on the 28th, 2 weeks before the rapture.
Well, I mean, like, once you, like, have predicted the world's going to end, you probably did a lot of work. You need, like, some vacation time. Mm-hmm. My number 2 is we were dead already, so we could not die. Kind of like the last episode of Lost.
Oh, okay. So we didn't even know we were dead.
We didn't know we were dead, but we were all there ahead of time.
Very sneaky.
It's kind of like it's all a dream, but different. Mm-hmm. If everyone saw the last episode of Lost, I think this could have happened. I have no idea what happened in the last episode of Lost, even though I watched it. And this is kind of what happened. They were all dead already.
I'm so glad that I knew the show was going to stink after like season 3, and I had no expectations going into the finale because some people like really enjoyed it up to the very last episode, and then were really upset. I was just, by the end of season 3, I'm like, yeah, the end of the show is just going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, it kind of went crazy. And if you've just started watching Lost and like just trying to catch up, and I just ruined the end of the show for you, I really saved you many more productive hours.
Plus, I think 2 years is. I don't think you have to say spoiler alert after 2 years.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, Darth Vader is Luke's father. Number 3. It did happen, and only Macho Man Randy Savage got raptured.
He was the best person on Earth.
He was so awesome.
Oh, man. That sucks that he got the only person that got raptured. Heaven's just going to be Macho Man from the top rope.
I think I would have stopped being a wrestling fan like 5 years earlier if it wasn't for Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man was awesome. My next one. The 4 Horsemen actually showed up to end the world, but SEAL Team 6 shot them all in the head. So, Obama took that one down.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's on a roll.
Yeah, he's like, 4 Horsemen are here, SEAL Team 6. You guys ready? Let's go into action.
Take him out.
Should we take prisoners? You know, Obama doesn't take prisoners.
Nope, not even pregnant women.
Yeah. But why are people, like, I was thinking about, why are people annoyed at Pakistan now? Everyone's like, Pakistan this. Like, they're our friends. They're not hiding Obama anymore. You know that.
Right.
Oh, Osama.
I don't know. I really don't know why they're mad at them.
Like, anyone really expected? Like, everyone's been saying for years he's in Pakistan, so we found out he is.
And everyone who was cheering in the streets afterwards, you just don't understand, do you?
You don't think people should be cheering?
No. I don't think you could get mad at people in Iraq cheering in the streets and then cheer in the streets when we kill somebody. I just don't...
The people in Iraq were cheering because their team won. Now we're cheering because our team won.
Yeah, that's not the right...
It's a team sport, right?
Just show some class, people. Better than that. Maybe we're not better than that, but we should be better than that.
It would have been bad if as they were shooting, like, Osama, there was, like the other SEAL team members were doing the wave in background.
I just got really preachy there.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Be better, people. Be better.
Number 2 excuse Harold Camping gave for the rapture. I said raptors, not rapture. There are no more raptors after the 21st. So he was actually right.
So he's saying LeBron James was right, and they're going to like they're going to
contract
the league.
Actually, Jurassic Park 3 was airing for the first time on TBS, and he was all excited about the raptors.
Oh,
clearly everyone just heard wrong. He is old. He's got a little bit of a slur now.
He is old. So my number 2 or 4, whatever way you're doing it.
Yeah, I always go up, and you always go down the list.
So May 21st happened.
Yes.
God looked around. He saw lands ravaged by earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, poverty, economic debt, and said, oh, I guess I already did this.
Yeah, that little Staples button. That was easy.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow, it's going to be a pretty easy day for me. World's already destroyed. There's already milk in the fridge. I got nothing to do.
All right, my number 1 reason. God wanted to, but Oprah's finale was 2 days later, and she has more power than God.
That would probably be true. You couldn't get on the finale.
She's like, you better not fuck up my finale.
Come on, Oprah, just book me. Come on, just book me. You're not going to book me for the finale?
He got bumped for...
I hate Oprah. What finale? She's retiring to do her own network, which she already has her own network called OWN, and the network's already bombing.
Right?
OWN.
OWN? Oh, I'm always the magazine. She's got one of everything.
Yeah, her apparently her network's not doing too well because she's not on it yet.
Right. I've never heard of it.
She's actually got her own radio network, her own radio station on Sirius XM. She's got her own network now. She's got her own TV show. Not her own TV show. She's got her own magazine. Maybe she should make her like her own line of like porn next, or I don't know.
Ugh, please no.
We got some comments from the Facebook room.
Yeah, we do.
Not the Facebook.
All right, continue.
Cool. My number one.
Focus.
Number one excuse by Hal Camping why the world did not end. Well, for those that spent their life savings on the rapture, the world did end.
That is true.
The world's pretty much over either way, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, for that girl who spent all her, was it doctor school? What do you call that?
Med school? Wow, you're a genius. Absolute fucking genius.
Yeah, well, we're in the same boat now.
Yeah. Yeah. That guy, the MTA worker, spent $140,000 to promote it. His world's over now also.
Yeah.
You really basically, you say he ruined people's lives, but they said they were predicting the world would end, and the world ended for them.
Idiots.
You hear about that one person?
There we go. There we
Yeah.
go. I'm done screwing up the show. We can start again.
Yes. So that's our top 5 things or reasons, excuses Harold Camping has given or will give for why the world did not end.
I'm glad I caught that technical difficulty on our YouTube video. Awesome.
Nice.
And cut.
And cut. What a video. Lots of comments you're going to get. So,
boy.
Jay, what's going on with you? Besides the world didn't end, what's going on with your world?
I got a smartphone for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah, Sunday night. And I have done nothing except play Angry Birds for the last 3 days. I don't sleep.
Maybe we should do a podcast based on Angry Birds. Angry Birds is awesome.
Angry Birds cast. Maybe we'll get some hits.
Yeah, it really is much better than anything else I do with my life.
Yeah, that is true.
That's probably not true, but the Angry Birds is a really, really addictive.
It really is. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's basically all I've been doing is playing Angry Birds and working lots and lots and lots of hours.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you?
I've been preparing. My wife is having a baby very, very soon, in a few weeks.
So we're going to baby cast soon.
Baby cast soon. People keep asking me, are you ready? Are you ready? And they keep it just... I mean, I want to basically, like, grovel at their... Like, grab them and be like, I am not ready. Why would you think I'm ready? What am I going to be ready for? I don't even understand how to be ready for a baby.
Can you ever be ready for that?
I don't... Like, people are like, oh, like, are you ready? I just want to hear it. Like, if you say you're not ready, they're like, what do you mean you're not ready? How are you not ready to have a baby? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm not ready. You basically having a baby is like having like a calculus exam, and you thought the exam was on French. Like you had just no idea what the exam was on. And you get there, you're like, I've never even studied this stuff before.
The scary part is you don't even have to be qualified. You just make the baby and then they give it to you, and you're just like, oh, now I'm responsible for a life.
I don't understand how to study for the exam. Someone was looking over my baby registry today and telling me things that like I have on there that I shouldn't have on there and things I should have on there. I'm like, how do you like? She has a kid, so she knows these things. But like, I'm like, how do you even figure this stuff out? Everyone with a baby also does sound like an expert. Mm-hmm. I know nothing about babies.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
And,
like you have to feed them every day. You have to clothe them every day. They got to sleep. They got to cry every day. Like, a lot of stuff happens every day.
yeah, you're not going to be sleeping, and you might be crying.
You're like living in Groundhog Day. Every day's the same. They're shitting, they're eating, they're sleeping, and you have to kind of just go with it.
So in a couple weeks, when I say what have you been up to, you're just going to be like, not sleeping, wiping shit, and listening to crying.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, you had the baby ready? No, not yet. But it's really, they're pooping machines. They shit like 5 or 6 times a day. They also apparently cry 4 to 6 hours. In the first few weeks, they cry 4 hours a day.
Oh, good.
And then they up it to 6 hours a day.
I can't wait for all your Facebook status updates about your baby.
Can you imagine 4 hours a day of crying?
No.
I can't imagine 4 hours a day of a TV show I like.
I'm going to be so sick of your baby in 2 weeks, aren't I?
We're going to talk about babies all the time.
Baby cast.
Yeah. You don't like updates on babies?
No, especially not on Facebook. It's like, oh, your baby couldn't sleep last night? Awesome. You know who cares? Nobody except you.
What updates do you like on Facebook? What's helpful on Facebook to get?
Something amusing. I mean, well, now I don't need to go to the weatherchannel.com ever because if it rains, everyone's, oh my God, it's raining. Oh, cool. Thank you. That was worth typing.
Well, maybe it'll be better because that way you'll never have to ask me about my baby.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I looked at your Facebook page. I see he peed again. I see he shit again. I see he ate some food. I see he shit again. I see he slept for a little while. I see he shit again.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't even keep in touch with anybody anymore because of Facebook. I I haven't talked to so-and-so in a while. I'll just be like, oh, you did this, this, and this. All right. I can not call you for another 6 months.
I should do like a Facebook page for the baby of the baby status updates. Took shit today. Think I'm going to do that a couple more times today. Cried for no reason at all. My mom and dad, they kept trying to figure out what it was. I was just fucking with them.
Maybe we should start a baby cast. Maybe every week we'll just do a different podcast and see if any of them stick. Because this one isn't catching on, so we'll try the Angry Birds.
You don't think the Harold Camping interview will be comedy gold?
I don't know. Well, maybe the Walking Dead episode where I just read you The Walking Dead. Maybe that one will catch on.
Does anyone else? I mean, apparently Walking Dead's been a huge hit on the show, on the not our show, on AMC. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that show was even that popular. It didn't seem that movies about zombies or shows about zombies didn't seem that good to me. I watched a couple episodes. I was like, who the fuck cares what happens to these people?
It gets better. The first episode or two is a little slow, but it gets good.
I watched the first 3 episodes and kind of gave up on that show.
There's only 6.
Yeah, I watched half that. So you're saying it gets better after half the show's over with?
Well, I mean, even the comic, it starts off kind of slow and gets a lot better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, what else are we doing for the show today?
Oh, I got I got 5 rants to talk about.
All right, so we'll be right back and we'll do 5 rants.
Yeah.
I need a garage door opener for my balls.
What the fuck?
I don't like the smell that usually forms down there if I go for a couple days without washing.
I'm proud of you.
It smells like onions wrapped in asshole. What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, Dad, remember that one time I got that cock stuck in my ass?
He just went over legs and arms. In a truck not too hard to locate, featuring painted images of a peeled banana, the exposed pot shaped like a condom, and a shirtless man saying, I protect myself. To you.
What kind of fucking question is this? I'm the host of the show, and I get put down on every episode.
I love you, Tim.
John is a man of God.
Shed his precious blood.
Shed his precious blood.
And died.
And died.
Oh, my sin. And now the 3 guys that taught your mom that thing you like. It's Minor Detail.
MinorDetailPodcast.com.
Let's cut to the chase. I'm DJ, and I do a little something called the Greenlight Show. Now, I want you to be a fan of the show, so I'm making you listen to this sample. And these girls, they think, oh, as long as I show off my tits, I'm fat. I'll wear this skin-tight shirt and show off all my tits.
Yeah, I see
That'll look real good.
I see that a lot, actually, and it's rather disgusting.
And I've heard these girls, they'll say stuff like, well, you're looking.
Yeah, because I want to throw up.
Yeah, just because I'm looking at your enormous exposed tits, that doesn't mean I like them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like driving by a car wreck, if I were to see a 6-year-old boy's head smashed and run over by an SUV, just because I can't look away, that doesn't mean I like the way it looks. I went to go see Toy Story 3.
My bad.
I don't mean to spoil the movie for anybody, but Andy dies.
Does he get AIDS?
Andy gets AIDS in Toy Story 3 from a gay orgy. He got drunk. He went up to
at college.
The plot of this is it shows Andy leaving his parents in the beginning, his mom's house.
Yeah, his single mom.
Where the fuck is Andy's dad?
His mom's a single mom.
So the opening scene is just Andy going, "Ma!" out of here, Mom. Fuck off. And Andy drives off to his college.
Smoking weed.
Andy gets to college, and the first thing, he opens the door to his new apartment. And his roommates, who he's never met, are in there. They go, hey, Andy, rub this on your tongue. Andy starts fucking all these dudes. It's a big, giant orgy.
Wow.
It's like gays and lesbos and normals, and they're all just intertwined fucking.
That's weird.
And then Woody shows up, but it's not Woody. It's Andy's dick with a cowboy hat on it. And he goes, check out my Woody! If you like what you hear, head on over to greenlightshow.com. You can find out everything about the show right from the homepage. greenlightshow.com. See you there.
Okay.
All right.
So we are back. I have 5 rants or 5 things I wanted to talk about. And Jay has given me the time to talk about it.
Yes. So 5 things Mark wants to talk about.
The first thing I wanted to talk about was wallpaper.
Well, okay. Well, I guess it can't be any worse than anything we've talked about so far.
Yeah. Wallpaper, I think, is just like, if you're, like, say, a friend had come to you, like, say like we were, this at our age, but like 15 years ago. And he's like, dude, I think I figured everything out. I'm going to start my own business. We're like, okay, what are you going to do? Wallpaper. Okay. Why is that going to be? Well, think about it. Every home, wallpaper's everywhere. Every person lives in a home. It's pretty much a business that cannot fail. Just produce all kinds of wallpaper, all different designs. Everyone has wallpaper. It's a brilliant business.
This is 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fast forward to today.
I don't know how it like, you don't see wallpaper anywhere.
No, nobody does wallpaper anymore.
Every company that did wallpaper, like, have probably gone out of business.
Yeah. I don't even know where you get wallpaper anymore. And I don't know why you'd put it in wallpaper.
Yeah, you probably can't even, like, buy wallpaper anymore. It's probably so hard to find it because it's died so badly. When I was growing up, when you were growing up, like, wallpaper was everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Your parents' home, was it all wallpaper?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And now,
every 5 years, you'd be like, let's change the wallpaper.
What happened? How did wallpaper die so fast?
Because paint looks much better.
I mean, it does, but, like, for a while, wallpaper was, like, the thing.
Yeah. There's no explaining the 80s.
Yeah. I just think it's amazing how, like, of all industries, no one even complains. No one even talks about that. They don't, like, they should write your politicians. Bring back the wallpaper jobs.
You know, there's one guy that didn't get the memo that wallpaper was dying out.
Yeah.
And he bought, like, tons and tons of it, like, really cheap. He's like, oh, I just got this steal.
He bought it in, like, 1995.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
the last year anyone ever put up wallpaper.
Yeah. He's just got, like, a warehouse of it now. He just sits on it and cries on it.
He's like, I'm offering the best. I will wallpaper your house for $1. That's okay, sir. Please, could you just get your wallpaper away, your freakish wallpaper away from me?
He wallpapers his own house every day.
He's got nothing to do.
Yeah, wallpaper's not great.
Yeah, it's just a funny, like, one of those industries. One day I just noticed, I was like, this industry's gone. It went away.
We're actually going to have to explain to our kids what wallpaper was.
Do you feel the same way about carpeting? Like wall-to-wall carpeting? Do you think that's going away also?
Kind of, yeah. I feel like if you're rich, you might have, like, a carpeted room, but hardwood floors are better, too.
Yeah, hardwood floors in general look better. Carpeting is kind of like you maybe put like a rug here or there, but you don't want the whole, like, my house growing up was all carpeted everywhere.
Yep.
And carpets get dirty, they look stupid.
Yeah, you spill a drink, you could just put down a paper towel.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, buy a new carpet. Or just have that unsightly stain for the next 15 years.
Yeah, hey, Billy, that's where we conceived you. That's that stain.
That was your little brother.
Yeah. Industries that are dying.
Yeah. We'll have that along with the beeper conversation with our kids.
Yeah, maybe we can do a top 5 of industries that you don't see anymore.
Industries that if you started in 1995, you're homeless right now.
Okay, my number 4. Or my second rant. So, I don't know if anyone looks at Slate.com. I don't know if you do or not.
No.
It's a good site. Anyhow, they have like an advice column on there.
Okay.
And what I found amazing was this letter this woman wrote in. Essentially, she's an adult woman, but she looks, because of a glandular problem or pituitary problem, she looks like a 14-year-old girl.
Okay, so she's Benjamin Button.
but like she's probably like 30.
Benjamina.
She didn't say exact age, but she implied in the letter that she's around 30 or so years old.
Okay.
She has an adult husband, probably around the same age. But anytime they go anywhere, like they went on their honeymoon.
Yeah, and people are like looking at them like.
Not even like the hotel staff knocked on the door and asked what like you were doing with this young girl in your hotel room, and he had to explain that's my adult wife. I'm on my honeymoon with her. There's nothing wrong. We're just two like 30-year-old people like having sex. That's what we're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And like apparently like everywhere they go, the same kind of thing happens. And now the husband doesn't want to travel with her anymore because he can't take like people like saying comments to them anymore. And the question was like, what's the advice column? What to do? And,
well, all right. Let's try and come up with our own advice first.
Yeah. First off, well, I was going to say, is this guy... The question, first of all, is this guy a pedophile? I mean, he's married to a 30-year-old woman.
Right. And it obviously does something for him.
But she looks like a 14-year-old. Maybe... The question is, like, there are a lot of things, like, how did they meet? Did they meet, like... They just, like, if you just, like, picture up on the street, that's really strange.
Yeah.
But if they met at the office, and let's say, like, she was a coworker, and he got to know her really well, maybe she has a wonderful personality. And maybe after a while, like, he can look past the fact that she looks 14 and just loves the person.
Yeah, I think we need a little bit more details in this letter.
Yeah.
You got to give us some background, sir.
It's just such an interesting example, such an interesting story to me.
So what was the advice?
That she should carry around, like, a birth certificate or, like, and, like, a note from her doctor explaining her condition so people don't, like, arrest him. Mm-hmm. But that was really only advice. There was nothing else. Like, she couldn't even give, like, it was such an insane letter.
She should get a blow-up of her driver's license on a shirt and just always wear that shirt.
Do you think he's, like, president of NAMBLA? Like, he's the king and, like, he's, like, the hero of NAMBLA. They're like, you married a 14-year-old, but it's legal.
Yeah.
You're our king.
They're all in labs trying to reproduce this.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of pedophile scientists in lab coats.
They're giving random shots to young boys. See if this works out. Is there any way you can make it so the balls don't drop?
Oh, that was gross.
But I'm really like fascinated by the whole story, like the whole thing about her. He's married to a 14-year-old, but she's not 14. And I have to explain it to like all. That could be like a show. That should be a show on like Fox or NBC. That would be a real revolutionary show. This married couple where the woman looks like she's 14.
That's more of a TLC show. They love human oddities on that channel.
But can you think of all the comic genius? When every time they like the people are like, "You fucking pedophile!" No, she's my wife. Ha ha ha! And everyone.
Yeah, they got the laugh track going.
It's always like some Three's Company moment where like, I don't know, the cops are called in.
Yeah, and then you just go, wah, wah,
like he's on like To Catch a Predator, and it turns out he's not a predator.
I still think they should make the show I proposed a couple of years ago.
What?
Little people, tall, everything. And they just have to live in a house where everything's on like really high shelves. You just have to watch them struggle to do everything.
Little People, Inconvenient World.
Yeah. Little People, everything is up on a high shelf. Sorry.
Well, what about like a show, Tall People, Small House?
That could be fun too.
Yeah, like crawling through doors.
Tall 7-footers, 4-foot ceilings.
Yeah.
Taking a shit would be really funny in that situation.
Could you just have a show where you pay like a 4-foot person to marry a 7-foot person and you see what happens with the kids?
You just study what happens in the bedroom. Why can't we just produce shows? We'd have like 40 shows.
I'd make some good shows.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Here's one of my shows. Okay, so it's like The Bachelor, or which one's like it's the guy choosing the women, right? That's The Bachelor.
Well, it's all the women trying to get the guy.
Yeah. The guy chooses. Okay, so my version of The Bachelor, each week you find out a different terrible fact about one of the women, and so he's got to eliminate women while finding out like one woman's pregnant, one has herpes.
But does he know which woman has which thing?
Yeah.
Like, does he just get a thing like
that's why
one of these girls has herpes?
That's why I need you as part of my show. Yeah, that should be each week. You find out a terrible thing, but you don't know which girl has it, and he's got to determine who's got herpes. One girl's like trying to make out with him. And he's like, I don't fucking know. Like she could be the one that's bipolar. Like just introduce the bipolar character.
What if that's the one with the penis?
Yeah, that would be great. One of them,
and you only find out the bad thing when that person gets eliminated. So you eliminate the girl, and you're like, oh, that one just farts a little bit, and you're like, damn, I still got the one with the herpes in the pack somewhere.
Fuck,
he's got to keep like a spreadsheet to figure out which ones are left.
The girl that was molested by her teacher, I don't have that. That one's still here. Not my biggest
This
one.
needs to happen.
Yeah, isn't that a great idea for a show?
Isn't that just like dating life anyway?
Yeah, so let's say you have one who's pregnant, one who's been raped many times in the past, one who has herpes, one who's bipolar, one who's
35 and still lives with her father.
one who's a penis, maybe one who's like insane, like has like insane fear of like, one who has an insane fear of styrofoam. Well, don't you want to open the box with me? I don't know how to open this box. Just why? Don't we, I mean, it's just a packing material. Let's open the box. Let's open the box.
Oh, brilliant!
Oh, you're holding onto the styrofoam. You must have AIDS. Especially when he's down to like 2, and he knows one of them has herpes and one of them is bipolar. He's got to figure out which one he actually wants to choose.
Yeah,
That was my idea. Or the other idea was same thing with The Bachelor, but like there's like 10 girls to choose from, and 3 are guys, and so he's got to narrow it down and try to limit the guys.
that would. Some of those are really hard to do.
That would be such a good show.
Yeah, that would. And it's got to be like a really, really like right wing, like I hate everything that's different from me type of person too.
Yeah. Or you just mean someone born in the South.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, so I should produce reality shows. I would do an amazing job. Or we would.
Yeah, I think we make a good team. You either get the starter or we add like that one thing that makes it a multi-million-dollar idea. So that was what, number 3?
Number 2, okay.
Number 2, all right.
Okay, so my next two are about phrases you hear a lot. Well, this is a question everyone asks you. Mm-hmm. Everyone says to you, "What's new? What's new, Jay? What's new?" You get asked that. Everyone you talk to, everyone you see, asks you, "What's new?" And it's like the worst question because it's the most vague question. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's like, "What's new?" from someone you've seen, like you see at work every day, and they're just saying, "What's new?" to like say hi, and they don't really want to. Oh, I'll tell you what's new. I don't really want an answer. And sometimes you and most of the time you have nothing to say. Mm-hmm. I feel like there are only a couple times in life you have something to say. You get married, you have a baby, you lose a limb. That one's probably pretty obvious.
Yeah.
What's new? Oh,
it could be a pinky toe. You wouldn't know that right away.
Oh, you're right. You did always have 2 arms. That's right.
I thought something was different.
I don't know. Do you like that question when people ask you what's new? I never have anything to say.
I usually get what's up, so you just say what's up back and keep walking. Or what I don't like is when they say what's new and they actually want an answer.
Yeah.
Like it's not just you're walking past them. So you tell them something. You're like, oh, we just won the volleyball championship this week. Or, just anything, just to throw something out there. And then you're like, well, what's new with you? And then there's like nothing. Well, I feel like I just wasted my time coming up with something. Or
what if you say something and you're like, and they kind of look at you like, what you think is new and noteworthy to tell someone isn't that worthwhile. You're like, oh, what's new? I got Connect. Oh, you're telling me about your video games now. That's great. I'm gonna walk on.
But still, that's always the person that has nothing.
I saw this girl I hadn't seen in 5 years.
I was just about to tell you a story that I think is going to be the same.
And she was like, I'm like, oh, how are things been? What's new? And her response was, I'm getting married in 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm having a baby. I was like, I win that round.
Mine was different. I hadn't seen this girl in about 7 years. And she's like, oh, what's new? And I said, oh, I got a job here, and I moved to the city, and, doing this, doing that. What's up with you? Nothing. 7 years, you couldn't come up with one anecdote?
I saw this one girl. Yeah, the thing is, unless she's not getting married, she hasn't lost a limb, she's not having a baby, so she has nothing else to tell you. Maybe got a new job.
In 7 years, not one noteworthy thing.
Maybe we should take that as a hint. She was kind of hoping not to have seen you for 14 years, not 7 years.
Then don't come up to me and ask what I'm doing.
I saw this girl I went to college with, and I was like, what's new? And she's telling me she's works at a hedge fund and all that, and she was trying out for what was then coming on American Gladiators when they were rebooting it.
Okay.
And she was a pretty strong girl. So it was like it wasn't like she had like won the bench press competition for girls at our school. Like, she benched 150 pounds.
Brutal.
So it was like, wow, she's pretty strong. Whatever. But anyhow, so she was saying how like the prize is like if you win it, you win like 20 grand. She's like, oh, but I mean like it's 20 grand, whatever. I'll just donate it to charity. It's not a big deal. And I was like,
excuse me.
Excuse me. I was like, oh, I guess you do pretty well at the hedge funds.
What?
It's like you just don't. I feel like you can't say that someone like called 20 grand not a big deal unless you really know the company.
Yeah. We're like just donating to charity. I don't trust those places.
Yeah. My next one is the phrase "you only live once." Anytime you're going to do something really dumb and you're like not sure about it, your friend's like, "Come on, you only live once."
I'm Buddhist and I'm very offended by that.
Should we take the Black Diamond course down? It's kind of really dark out. You only live once, Mark.
It's like, yeah, that's why I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a reason not to do most of these things.
Yeah, that's the exact reason why I don't want to do it.
Yeah, you're making the argument for me not to do this. Let's go bungee jumping. You only live once.
Exactly.
I know. We don't get a second chance at this. I don't want to jump off a bridge with you.
That's why I'm playing Angry Birds right now.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you at the bottom.
You only live once. Exactly. I'm not going to have that many years to beat Angry Birds.
And I don't want to live this once with a broken back.
Exactly. Because that'd be awfully like, you only live once, and the one time you live is like a paraplegic.
In constant pain and always crying.
You're like, I'm glad I only live once. This is awful.
Yeah. Once is too much.
Okay, my number 5. There have been a lot of tornadoes going on. And I think that's hilarious. People are dying. So, to get a little political about this, apparently the GOP, the Republicans, they're going to send aid to the states that are like getting disaster relief. Mm-hmm. But they're saying that for any aid we send you to deal with the disaster relief, you have to give back federal money in some other area. You have to offset that money we're giving you.
So they're not giving anything.
No, yeah, they're not giving anything. They're just saying, take that money we gave you for something else and use it for that.
Because we have to spend $600 billion a month in the Middle East to battle people.
Yeah, so they've just said...
So sorry, homeless people on our own soil.
It's essentially like, I'm having a heart attack, and the doctor's like, give me your house, and I will help you.
Yeah. Give me your leg, I'll fix your heart.
I don't know why people aren't reacting more about this. I don't think it's ever been done in our history, where our nation's been in crisis and the government's been so heartless to say, we can help you only if you give us money.
Yeah.
Only if you sacrifice. Like, we're not going to actually contribute anything. Like, people are dying and suffering, and we're such a great nation that we're saying, go fuck yourself.
People have gotten so just... I don't know. It's weird because American Idol gets 400 million votes per episode. And not one person said, hey, that's kind of fucked up what you're doing to these people.
There's so many messed up... The one thing that's getting a lot of, I guess, hurting the Republicans is the whole, like, they said they were going to get rid of Medicare and Medicaid. Mm-hmm. It was their way of saving money on healthcare was just to make everyone else pay for it.
So they basically just want us to be a third world country so we can spend all our money on battling people.
There's this whole idea of American exceptionalism where we're like this great nation, and the people that really expound upon it the most are the people that want to make us an exceptionally shitty nation.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great nation if you're in the top 1%. If you're anyone else, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah. And we might fight.
Yeah. We're going to blow They're like, we need tax dollars to blow shit up because that's what we do. You need health care. You're like 3,000 people died in 9/11. That's awful. We got to blow up like tons of nations for that. Okay, makes total sense.
That's our solution to everything.
And you're like 100,000 people die of heart attacks every year. Can't really invest in healthcare. Those people are on their own.
Tell you what, we'll bomb some Koreans though.
Yeah.
Some tornadoes. Oh, those Syrians better watch out.
I don't know. That Syrian food's fatty. Let's bomb them.
We're like that really drunk meathead at the bar. You looking at me? Are you looking at me?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take it outside.
Libya, I see you. I see you eyeing me. I'm gonna fuck you up, Libya. Venezuela, don't make me come down there. I'll come down there. You got oil. I need it.
We're already taking our shirt off and walking toward the exit.
Yeah, America's the drunk guy at the bar with his shirt off, who's had like at least 15 beers, and everyone just kind of wants to avoid as much as possible. And they're like, "Shit, why do we have to like deal with them all the time?"
He's just quickly walking up and down the bar, hoping somebody bumps into them.
Yeah,
start the fight,
and we have to deal with them on like we have to deal with like North Korea having weapons. So we have to deal with America at the same time. We're like, well, we want to just talk about peace. I don't want to talk about peace. I want to blow shit up. Give me another shot of tequila.
You can't have bombs. We need bombs. We have all the bombs.
We got to make. Well, like one nuclear warhead could blow up the entire world. We need 155,000 of them. More shots of bourbon.
I also like. They can't have bombs because they might use them. Like, who's the only country in the entire world who's used them?
Us.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like they're like everyone. Like we were worried about other countries using them, but you're the guys, the only people that have ever used them. Exactly. We know how easy it is to want to use them.
Hypocrite.
Yeah, the politics is full of hypocrisy.
Maybe we should do a politics podcast.
I would do a politics podcast. I'd probably take the opposite side of everything. I could argue the opposite side of any issue for you.
It'd just be us arguing the whole time.
Yeah, like pick an issue. I'll argue against you right now. I would be the Republican in this.
I think we should lower taxes.
For the rich, yes.
You're good at this. And you know what? That's actually their argument for reals.
Yes. Well, the rich create the jobs. Are you employed by a poor person? I don't think so.
If your house is destroyed by tornadoes, you can just get a job making bullets. We always need more bullets.
Exactly. I mean, the first thing you want to do after your house is destroyed is get back to work because you need a new house. And of course we need bullets. We need to defend our nation against people who are dark.
Or look at us funny.
Yeah. If you're Muslim, we need a bullet just in case you're not a friendly Muslim.
All right. What else we got on the list?
That was my list. So if you want to talk more politics, I only did 5. I was keeping a list.
Oh, no. I lost track. I thought that was 5. 4. It was 5.
I can tell you more about healthcare and why we should make sure the rich stay healthy.
I think we should do 5 political minutes each episode.
Okay.
We'll just take a current event and talk about it. So what else do we have? We have current events. We haven't done current events yet.
Yeah, what's going on in current events?
We have Arnold's love child.
Yes. Arnold Schwarzenegger has a love child.
I feel like something bigger has happened in the world.
Why? I mean, this is all the news is broadcasting.
Nobody wants to hear about like real issues anyway. So yes, Arnold had sex with somebody.
I'm sure it's been like the 20th one. He probably has more than one like love child. You know what was the most messed up part of the story? In my opinion.
The woman's face who he slept with?
Yeah, that's true too. But they made a whole thing. They were like, he slept with this woman, like whatever amount of years ago, and had a kid with her. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm digesting. And Arnold's been nice enough to help support this family also, and they live in a $250,000 house. That's the article somehow pointed that out. Now where Arnold lives probably is in a very, very rich area. A $250,000 house is probably many miles from their house in a very poor neighborhood.
Yeah.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger has like a 12-year-old son and doesn't give a shit about his son. He makes $20 million when he takes a shit on screen, and he can't give a couple $1 million to his son?
Well, then his wife would find out.
I mean, how bad of a father... Like, he should win Asshole Father of the Year. The biggest asshole. Like, his son must have been like, Arnold's my dad. We've been splitting a can of Spam for our entire family every week, and that's my dad. My dad's in every freaking action movie in the last 20 years, and I've worn the same shirt for the last, 6 years. I'm growing out of it, but we only can afford one shirt, but thank you.
The sad thing is, he would actually, if he was born in the United States, he'd probably be our president right now.
I love the Republicans are obsessed with, electing for actors.
Yeah.
People with absolutely no... They want as little inside you as possible, just so you can, say the lines.
Yeah.
They thought Sarah Palin would be perfect for that, but, she's just awful.
Yeah, I mean, we had Reagan. He slept and ate jelly beans.
Do you know what Sarah Palin's doing? She's doing a bus tour of historical landmarks.
That's what she should be doing.
No, it's part of like her way to start her election and her campaign. And
No, that should be it.
And then she's releasing a movie. Like where some guy was like following her video and made a movie out of
Just the whole concept of her pisses me off.
I love the movie idea. I think it's kind of funny because she'll try to sound bright in the movie, and it'll actually probably be like the best anti-Palin.
Well,
moment.
she's the queen of unintentional comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. She just pisses me off. I was looking into moving to a different country when I thought she was going to be our vice president.
If she was going to be president, you just kind of close up shop. Be like, I guess democracy doesn't work.
Yeah,
dictator. We're waiting for a dictator.
Well, it was a good run, America. Because she would have been president. Because somebody would have taken out Cheney.
You mean McCain?
McCain, whatever.
You know what would have taken out McCain? Like nature.
Yeah, exactly.
He's old.
And if it wasn't nature, it would have been some like hardcore Democrats. Like, you guys really want her in office? Well, let's see how she does as president.
They were like, really? You didn't think Bush was dumb enough? We're going to take Palin. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see how you really like it.
Yeah. Which I would have thought was hilarious, except that I still live here.
Yeah, and Bush really was president, and our country was unbelievably worse off 8 years later.
Yeah, you know how our economy is kind of screwed right now?
Yeah.
You know how everyone who's Republican thinks Reagan was the best president ever?
Clinton actually was the best president ever? Is that what you're going to say?
Well, yeah, but no, I'm saying all this economic stuff is the fallout from Reaganomics.
Yeah.
This was like what his plan did, so...
Well, I think his plan was like trickle-down economics. The entire purpose of it was to make a lot of people at the top really richer.
Yeah, well, it did that,
The title
too.
was deceptive. The title had nothing to do with like the economy or anything. It just meant like, how do we make my buddies richer?
Well, yeah, it did that too, but I mean, this is like the end result.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So we got really political this episode.
We did. I like politics.
Yeah. Politics cast.
Yeah, why not?
We had one or two other things we were going to talk about, didn't we?
Any comments on the Schwarzenegger thing?
I just think if you're going to cheat, you're supposed to upgrade.
Yeah.
Not like sleep with a bog beast.
But then if you upgrade, maybe she'll have more confidence. She'll actually tell people. Maybe like sleeps with like some woman that's so disgusting that no one ever believe her. She's like,
how did that work out for her?
She's like telling everyone like, I was sleeping with Arnold for years. People are like, ha 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 ha, that's absurd. Arnold slept with you? Come on. So that was his protection.
It didn't work out very well, did it?
She like probably like goes to like the media and like there's a videotape of us having sex. That's literally us. They're like, yeah, I mean like it looks like Arnold, but you're just disgusting. I just don't believe this video is real.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What's your take on it? I don't really.
Yeah.
I'm not like surprised.
Yeah. I hate when people are surprised. Someone famous had an affair. Like they should just report in the news when someone's faithful.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh my God, Tiger Woods!" Like really, like the richest, most famous athlete of all time.
Yeah. So what else is going on in the news?
Well, I found out that Inception wasn't an original idea.
That's kind of comedy.
Yeah. It ripped off a comic book by Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck actually wrote the comic?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know he...
Starring.
I didn't know he
not
was
by.
actually a real person, much less had penmanship skills.
All right, Mr. Technical.
What happened in the comic book? Tell me.
Well, in the comic book, the Beagle Boys wanted to... They wanted to get Scrooge's riches, so they hooked up a thing to his head while he was sleeping, went into his dream to get the password to unlock the vault. Almost exactly the plot of Inception, actually.
Wow. You know, Walking Dead was in Disney, Mickey Mouse.
Wait, you don't like that?
It's actually funny. I mean, are they suing? What's the story?
I don't know. If you Google Scrooge McDuck and Inception, it's like the first hit that comes up.
I mean, can you, like, I mean, what's an original idea? I mean, like, no one said that was an original idea. That is, yeah, it does kind of look like it's the exact movie.
And he does have a limbo. It's not like a rundown city. It's a desert, but like it's pretty much the same concept.
Is it as confusing?
Yeah. Just because, I mean, there's ducks with shirts and no pants.
Why would a duck like the guy that like someone decided ducks shouldn't have pants
Yeah.
or genitals?
Every duck.
So why don't ducks have genitals or pants?
I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's like every other animal has to wear pants.
Yeah.
Ducks are exempt.
Why do dogs have to wear pants, but like ducks don't?
I don't know. If anybody knows the answer, thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com.
It's actually one like I would love to know the history of ducks not wearing pants.
Except Darkwing Duck. He wore pants, right?
Darkwing Duck was awesome.
Yeah.
Why don't they make that? Would be a live movie I'd watch.
Remember the duck boom of the early 90s?
We had Darkwing Duck. We had the
DuckTales.
DuckTales.
I think there was some ducks in Rescue Rangers.
There was like a Disney themed boom of shows.
Yeah. Most of them had ducks, though. Count Duckula?
You just made that person up.
No, I think that was a real thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was some more, too. Howard the Duck.
Yeah, that was a lot earlier. That was like 85.
Was it?
Yeah, that was like supposed to be like a terrible movie.
Well, it was based on a comic.
Yeah. I saw it also. It was not bad.
Yeah. All right. So that was stupid, and I wasted everyone's time with that.
You mean their show?
Yeah, the whole show was just stupid, and I wasted everyone's time.
What else is going on in the news? There are tornadoes destroying the Midwest.
Yeah, we covered that. You said it was hilarious and people are dying.
You think it's weird that we never have heard of these small towns that they hadn't been wiped out?
No. I think there's plenty of small towns that nobody cares about unless they get wiped out.
That's true. Is that whole thing about Japan? Is the nuclear crisis still going on?
Probably, but that's old now, so nobody cares.
No one really talks about that one anymore.
There's about a 1 month range of people caring, and if it drags on past that, nobody gives a shit.
Do you think if we had like 24-hour media the way we have it now, they'd be like things like, is that Holocaust still going on? It was like a month ago. They're probably done killing Jews.
Yeah. Like, remember when the whole Gulf was filled with oil? I don't think it instantly cleaned itself.
Yeah. We just assume the news media stopped covering it. The problem has probably gone away.
I have a hunch that Haiti is still messed up.
I have a hunch that prior to the earthquake, Haiti was pretty messed up.
Yeah, that's true, too.
That was another one where they were like, an earthquake hit Haiti, and then they showed pictures that were like from before, and people were like, "Oh my god!" They're like, "That's the before." Oh, okay. How much worse could it get?
All right, last topic. Oprah's final episode, the most famous woman on the planet of all times.
You think Oprah could run for president and win?
Probably. She wouldn't even have to have a platform. She's just like, I'm Oprah, bitches. So
my platform, I'll recommend books and weight loss things to you.
This is a true story about a really, really smart guy.
They always talk about smart people.
Who promised his wife tickets to the Oprah finale because they're really easy to get. You know,
it was in a stadium.
It was in a stadium, but it was. I mean, she had like a lottery on her website, and that's where she gave away all the tickets. So you can't really get them. So I don't get people that promise things to their significant others without like getting the thing first because it never works out well.
Like promising things they can't deliver.
Isn't that like
Arnold promised his Maria that he would love her forever?
I mean, isn't that the plot of like 90% of all 80s sitcoms?
I was gonna say all comedies, bad comedies.
I got a really nice present for you for our anniversary. He like just remembered that morning, and then he's gonna go plan like this big thing.
Goes on some dumb adventure.
Yeah. So this guy pretty much did the same thing. Apparently, he didn't watch TV throughout the 80s.
Okay.
And he promised tickets. So then he realized, oh wait, I'm an idiot and I can't get tickets. So he decided to cut his face with a rock and scrape his hands.
I don't remember this happening on Three's Company.
This is a little bit more graphic version. This is like the unaired episode because it was too dark.
Yeah.
And then he called the cops and he said he was mugged by a black man and a Hispanic man.
Do you think when he called up and said he was mugged, they inserted the black man and Hispanic man, or was his idea?
He probably figured...
They're like, he calls up, he's like, 911, I've been mugged. I can describe the black man. Choose. You were mugged by A black man, be a Hispanic man. See all the above.
D, you called the wrong number.
It was a white man. Now, we're not going to believe hoaxes. Just hang up and...
So it said they searched for the assailants.
There's a great... you watch Dave Chappelle, his comedy?
Yeah.
He has a great, like, stand-up bit where he talks about, like, a hostage negotiation. And he's like, the guy comes up, he's like, I am holding hostage 20 black men. Hello? We're not racist. We're just making fun of the police.
Yeah. Because they are very racist.
I think they are. I think our society can't get over we have a black president.
Yeah. It's not that big of a deal, really.
Actually, it's weird because it's like the people I know, no one has a problem or anything like that. But then, like, you leave the circle of people you know, and you're like, the rest of the country's fucking nuts.
Yeah. You know what? I haven't really noticed the difference between Obama and any other president. It's not like, our Secretary of Defense is Chris Rock and, like, there's gangsters all over the White House. You know what? Everything's exactly the same, pretty much.
Do you know they made a huge deal about Common, the rapper, was coming to speak at the White House, and they made a giant deal about it.
So since Obama's black, no black person's ever allowed to, like, go into the White House, or else they're all taking over? Is that what it is?
Yeah, like a gangster rapper was coming in to, like, destroy the White House. So what's going on the story?
Basically, the cops realized he was lying, and now he's in jail. So not only did he not get his wife the president, he's in jail.
I wonder how they determined he was lying. Like, how bad of a job he did.
It said they went to question him again because he probably didn't give much detail. He probably just said a black guy and a Spanish guy.
Yeah.
And then they went, well, like what? And he's like, well, the guy was black.
He was, I don't know, he was like 7 foot tall, dribbling a basketball. He dunked over me and then hit me in the head.
He made this big decision last year. He took his talents to South Beach. I mean, if you're going to blame a black man, at least try and get somebody on the Heat arrested. Anyway, so Oprah gave away 13,000 tickets, or Oprah sold it on her website. Whatever. All the tickets went through her website, so you can't get tickets. So don't promise your wife that, you idiot.
Can Oprah be done making money? She must have a gazillion dollars. Stop making money.
I know she's worth billions. I don't know how many billions, but definitely more than 20 billions.
You know what she should have done in her last episode? Made out with Gayle King. I think they get it on.
You know who I don't know who it is? Gayle King.
No, you don't? It's like her best friend that, like, it's like her friend that she lets run, like, parts of her company.
Why can't I have any friends that are, like, billionaires?
I know, it'd be pretty cool.
And, like, you know what you could do? You could, like, pick out my pants every 3 weeks, and I'll give you $40,000.
That's actually what Howard Stern does. Howard Stern has a friend who picks out his like, outfits for the show.
Really?
And the guy gets, who knows what he gets? Probably gets, like, he lives off that.
Guaranteed he doesn't do anything else in life.
Yeah, I don't think he does anything else, and they make fun of the show that how he doesn't do anything else in life besides pick out Howard's clothing. And, like, go shopping for Howard's clothing.
And, he probably takes it, like, way too seriously, and he spends, like, hours and hours every day on it.
No, apparently, like, he's pretty lazy about it.
Oh, really?
Make fun of it.
He's like, yeah, you're wearing jeans again.
He'll have to be there, like, one day a week and miss his appointment.
Jeans and a t-shirt.
And Howard will complain about his outfits. It's really funny. Like, his entire job is to make him look good, and he can't even do that.
All right, so I think that's about it.
Yes. There's nothing else going on.
Nothing else is happening on the planet. We covered it all. Oprah, Arnold, and a tornado.
The Middle East is still uprisings. Every country there may be overthrown soon. Mm-hmm. Israel and Palestine still can't work shit out. Not a shocker.
Mm-hmm. Our government's crumbling and spends all their time attacking people and hating gay people.
Our government has proposed... one side wants to give people health care. Mm-hmm. The other side doesn't think people deserve health care.
We have a lot of homelessness and unemployment, but goddamn, those gay people can't get married.
It's amazing, actually, how, like, it went from, like, we had a crisis of people being unemployed to being like, what are you going to do? These people are probably lazy. We have, like, an extra, like, 15 million people that are out of unemployed, and they're like, fuck it, they'd get jobs if they really wanted to try. There's no job. All the industries have moved to other countries. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but you've been saying it for months, and I feel like you'd figure something out in a few months. I mean,
I know if a job opening for an assistant manager at Denny's comes up, 400 people apply, but, you know.
Yeah,
there's no problem.
Denny's a good company. I'd apply there if I didn't have this job making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Home run breakfast.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone. 631-676-1181 is the number that I announced at the end of the show instead of the beginning.
So you can call in, like, is like some kind of inception thing, so people like get the idea and then call in earlier?
Or leave a voicemail. Suggestions for a top 5. Good save, right?
Yes.
Suggestions for a top 5.
Maybe next top 5, we will talk about strange things about each of us. Something a little different.
Yeah, something a little different.
So what the hell's wrong with us? We'll tell you.
Because I'm insane. Really.
I'm fucking weird, and I'm going to talk about my 5 things that I'm weird, and you're going to do the same.
The brinkofsanity@gmail.com. We have an Android and an iPhone app. So get those.
How do you make an iPhone app? I thought you didn't know how to do that.
No, it's for the Brink of Sanity. It's not for the Nick's Podcast. The Nick's Podcast only has an Android app.
Okay.
What else do we have? Oh, you can leave an iTunes review. Actually, please leave an iTunes review. A positive one, though.
Please just give us a comment in any way, shape, or form, and we will respond to your comments.
Yeah, brinkofsanityshow.com.
Twitter, Facebook. If you want to mail us a letter.
Yeah, I'm not giving my address. brinkofsanityshow.com. We've actually been doing 1001 rants, starting backwards from 1001. So you can go there.
We're pretty far into it at this point.
Yeah, we're 10 in. So, if you want some content when we're not doing shows, you can go read those and hit the like button on Facebook when you're on brinkofsanityshow.com, because we'd like to get more than the amount we have on there now.
Yes.
Oh, and Twitter, Nick of Sanity with a K. Nick of Sanity on Twitter. So that's it. We will be back, I guess, next week. This is the 4th episode we've done this month. We're on a roll.
Yeah, and shop at Costco.
This show has been sponsored by Costco. So give us money. We'll just do retroactive sponsors. Be like, yeah, you sponsored us. Can I have a check now?
Talking about Coca-Cola for months now. Why don't you just give us money now? Here's your bill. I don't think we ever advertised on your show. Yeah, but you would have.
Well, no, you did. You just.
I mean,
we didn't tell you.
Let me ask you: are billions of people drinking Coca-Cola? Yeah, billions of people drink Coca-Cola. I guess we must be doing something right.
This is the end.